Morning, all. Welcome back, winners. My name is Michael, and welcome to episode 10 of the Outside Bet. 15 bets yesterday, including trades, and we were down one big bet in the end, but we have a quality free big bet at the end of today's podcast. Please, as ever, like and subscribe on YouTube and comment as well if you want any questions answered this week. We should have some time Wednesday or Thursday. Leave us a 5-star if you're listening on the audio. And please make sure you spread the word on your socials. So let's go through some talking points from the weekend. We didn't do very well in Italy last night, which cost us the one big bet, as you probably know, especially if you followed it. Sorry about that. But we're back tonight with some Monday action, which we'll detail at the end of the podcast. We've got the Champions League, so we have a quick look at our Champions League cheat sheet. Now, obviously, we don't cover the Champions League in full volume. We don't do a system for it because the expected goals data based on a rolling 5 games is not good enough. However, we've done some work just for this podcast and also for any of our members who would like to see the cheat sheets. It comes with the top 5 sort of. It comes with the games ranked in order of goals. This is for Tuesday night's games. It comes with the games ranked in terms of home win chance. It comes with a page full of punditry notes, which is sort of 2, 3, 4 post notes per game. And right at the back, it's got first half goal bias. And the reason we include that is in case you want to lay or back first half goals versus other bets in your portfolio, which we sometimes do on the trading. I'll give you a quick worked example of that so that you know where we're at. But for example, the total goals this weekend, this Tuesday night coming up, Man City are top. And then it goes Chelsea, Napoli, Dortmund, Prague, Bodo, Ajax, Galatasaray and Marseille. And if you flip that on its head and look at home win advantage, obviously sometimes it mirrors it, but not always. And there's always an outlier. So, for example, Napoli are big favourites to win at Karabag, but they were only third on the total goals. Likewise, Ajax were third up from the bottom on the total goals in the match, but they are the worst home favourite. And that's because no one trusts Ajax form at the moment. We are going to start covering the Dutch League in our main system, but that will be for league games only and will not apply to the Champions League, as we always say. And to give you an example of our punditry notes, which again are available to members if they wish to have a copy of this page. Chelsea, Barcelona. We've got Chelsea are the transitional threat and the heavy defence. Barcelona, of course, are the possession heavy team, which I think is well known. Actually, I shouldn't have used this one as a game. The third point, by the way, was both sides will create volume of chances. But if we move to a more interesting game, the Dortmund Villarreal game, Dortmund are chaotic defensively, but love to bomb football in a sort of heavy metal football style. Villarreal are a cautious team, and they will try and keep the game low scoring and try and win on the odd one. And the entire match, we feel, will come down to turnovers. If Dortmund can turn turnovers into big chance creation, then they will win the game. If Villarreal can stop those turnovers from being turned into big chance creation, not so much their own turnovers, but Dortmund's, then the game will be very low scoring and tight, which Villarreal will suit. If I move on to the next talking point, Arsenal Football Club are top of the league. Now, they were already top of the league, but this was one hell of a weekend. If you're a Premiership follower, and most of our listeners, viewers and subscribers are, then this was the weekend they've been waiting for. Number one, they showed their power against a very defensive Spurs side. And number 2, Man City and Liverpool lost. I know Liverpool are out of the title race, but this was the end. So that leaves Chelsea in the title race. Now, Chelsea don't look like they have enough of a squad in terms of age and in terms of proven winners. So all Arsenal need to do is stay 3, 4, 5, 6 points ahead of Chelsea. And I suspect that this league title will theirs. There will be a run from Man City at some point, but there's a run from Arsenal at the moment. Chelsea are playing Arsenal next. It seems like a must-win for Chelsea. This Arsenal would take a draw right now, but they won't want a draw. They'll go for it. And so that's next Sunday's game. Sadly, there's virtually no chance there being a bet on that. It's one of the most covered leagues in the world. That's one of the most covered games in the world. That means the bookies and all their analysts will be very, very close to being right. But of course, I will let you know that on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next week. The last talking point I thought I'd raise, and this might have a whole talking point in football section, is Liverpool. Robertson this week in his interview after the Scotland game highlighted how he personally has been suffering from the grief following Diego Jota's death. I don't think looking at Konate, looking at Mo Salah, looking at possibly Alisson, I don't think we are anywhere near, and even Virgil, who has to be big, strong, and say that we all need to do better because he's the captain of Liverpool, bang your chest, etc. I don't think we're anywhere near scratching the surface of how bad things are at Liverpool. I think they need to just finish this league season. I think they just need to finish this league season and move forward into next season. It's not going to be the one for them. They've got a good squad. They could win a cup, but you can't play with 3, 4, 5 of your teams miles off 100%. But that's a sad state of affairs, and I'm afraid that's right. If we move on to a bit more, something a bit happier, which is, I'll just check my notes for this, the leans and the bets for tonight's football. We've got great leans actually for a Monday night. This is a really good day if you want to use our system and our bets. If you're a member, or if you want to join us, if you want to contact us, then do so by leaving a comment on the YouTube video. But Torino and Sassuolo are both have leans in the unders markets this evening, and there's even Torino on the supremacy market. Now again, as we always say with unders, especially, and a supremacy on a team, that's very similar to be the same bet. Because the game is low scoring and Torino are fancied, it doesn't take many goals for them to win. So just be careful on betting on both of those. Manchester United in the overs and supremacy is a very strong lean. I mean, that's nearly a full bet for us. I think that we will definitely advise some trades for our members on that game. The overs is good. So would be, I don't know, any bet builders featuring Mbeumo, featuring, I mean, you could feature Bruno Fernandes. You could go over the goals, therefore over the shots on the match. I mean, both teams should shoot quite a lot. This is a high-scoring fixture, and it's a Monday night game under the lights. If we could get some rain, it could be a big slippery game, so that's perfect. And finally, if we look over to Brazil, which has got the end of the card before the next card starts, we've got Mirassol unders with a lean on the away team Sierra in that game. I would definitely swerve the Sierra unders lean, because I don't like away teams. I don't like away teams on live matches in a local country. But the unders will be there for a trade if anyone wants it. This week in England, we've got Champions League. We've got the Champions League, sorry, and we've also got the Championship with a full round. Now, we've looked at the numbers. There will be a couple of bets coming by the look of it. We'll put them in tomorrow's video because we wanted to feature Monday night's bets today because the weekend was so busy. So, as ever, I'll timestamp this video now at 7 minutes 50 seconds, and so the people who want to jump straight to the 8-minute mark and just receive the big bet can do so. The link will be in the description, and so anyone jumping straight to the big bet, hey, you've done the old thing and haven't bothered listening to me and you just want the bet, which is absolutely fine. The timestamp for the big bet is 8 minutes, and again, if you've just jumped here, that's absolutely fine. It's a free big bet. We're up massively on the season. We're up massively since we started doing the pod. But please like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube video to keep this content coming. You can keep your free bets coming, and you can keep joining us. And if you're listening to the audio on the podcast, which starts this week at some point magically, please leave us a 5-star review, because if it doesn't go up the ratings in terms of sports and sports gambling, no one else will hear it, no one else will get the free bets, and we'll have to stop at some point and just carry on servicing our WhatsApp members, which isn't really the point of this. For the free bet, we're off to La Liga, and that's the first time since we started the podcast. Obviously, we've made lots of La Liga bets. It's a very good market to bet on as long as you avoid the top 2 matches, Real Madrid and Barcelona. There's very rarely value in them scoring lots of goals. And again, this is an opportunity for the unfancied sides. And again, as per our leans earlier, you can bet on either the overs or the home team supremacy on this game. And the game is Espanyol Sevilla, if you know your La Liga, and we are going for the overs. The overs goals. Now, that's the total goals per game. It's not one side. We do like the supremacy for the home team. On the Asian total goals market, we're allowed to bet on quarter goals. So we will go for over 2.25 goals. That effectively gives us half a bet on 2 goals and half a bet on 2.5 goals. And you can replicate this on high street bookies if you don't bet on Asian market total goals. But I would advise you do, because it gives you things like 2 goals, which means you get a payout if there's exactly 2 goals, which is a much safer way of betting rather than always betting on half goal increments and you never get the draw. So that All that remains to be said, of course, is good luck, goodbye, and we'll be back tomorrow with our first look at the championship fixtures for this week, a review of Monday night's football, and we may be highlighting our running order for the week. So be nice, everyone. Be safe, everyone. And I love you all lots.